When we think of Sweden, we think of blonde women, Minecraft and IKEA. However, what many people forget is that Sweden is one of the 10 European monarchies. The government of Sweden is a constitutional monarchy, with Carl XVI Gustaf as its king. The Swedish dynasty is currently the Bernadotte dynasty. However, do you know the origin of this dynasty? The dynasty is not even Swedish to begin with, it's French. How a French became king of Sweden, you ask? Well, let me tell you the story of Jean Bernadotte, the Napoleonic marshal who became king of Sweden. Jean Bernadotte was born in France in 1763, and at the age of 17 he enlisted in the French army. He was present in the French Revolution, where he stood out and gained a lot of prestige, becoming a brigadier general. He was also appointed Minister of War by the First French Republic. Yes, he was badass. He and Napoleon had a complicated relationship. However, that did not stop Napoleon from promoting Bernadotte to Marshal of the French Empire. He also played a key role in the French victory at the Battle of Austerlitz, and as a reward, Napoleon named him Prince of Ponte-Corvo. He also married Désirée Clary, Napoleon's former fiancée, and had a son, Oscar, who later became the King Oscar I of Sweden and Norway. Until in 1810, there being no heir to the Swedish crown, with the consentment of the King Carl XIII, Jean Bernadotte is elected as heir to the Kingdom of Sweden. Why? Well, basically, because he got along badly with Napoleon and was generous with the Swedish soldiers, which made him very popular among the Swedish population. Bernadotte accepts, because who doesn't want to be king? Then, he becomes the crown prince, regent and generalissimo of the army. Although Carl XIII remained king of Sweden until his death, the in facto ruler of Sweden was Jean Bernadotte. He participated in the Sixth Coalition against Napoleon and his allies, having forced King Frederick VI of Denmark to cede Norway to him. This conflict became known as the Swedish-Norwegian War, where Jean Bernadotte manages to defeat the armies of King Frederick VI who, in addition to being King of Denmark, was King of Norway in 2 weeks and 5 days. In the end, Norway enters into a union with Sweden, having its own constitution and parliament, although the king was the same. Thus, the Kingdom of Sweden-Norway appears, which lasts until 1905, with the definitive independence of Norway. In 1818, after the death of King Carl XIII, Jean Bernadotte is crowned King of Sweden and Norway, adopting the name of Carl XIV Johan, becoming the only post-Napoleonic European monarch not to owe his crown at birth. After the Napoleonic Wars, Jean Bernadotte or Carl XIV Johan made his kingdom live a time of prosperity, without getting involved in warlike conflicts, thus starting a position of neutrality. Oh, and a curious fact, Bernadotte had a tattoo that said "Death to Kings," which he hid from everyone and everything as soon as he became king. Ironic. And here ends our video. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share. Bye.